the hoodie versus the footy. At least according to Rex Ryan, that's how it is. Rex says, quote, "This is about Bill Belichick versus Rex Ryan. There's no question it's personal. It's about him against myself. That's what it comes down to." End quote. You imagine any other NFL coach breaking out before a huge playoff game and saying, "Oh no, this is about me and him. This isn't about the name on your front of your uniform. This is about me and him." Rex is beautiful. Before I play the soundbite, I want you to know you losers are 4 minutes off now. Rex?
This week, this is about Bill Belichick versus Rex Ryan. There's no question. It's personal. It's about him against myself. That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I don't think Belichick's going to come back with, "This week it's personal. It's about me and him. Got a score to settle. It's me and Rex Ryan. It's going to be about 2 hits. Me hitting him and him hitting the ground. Hey-oh." Yeah, I don't think that Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh are going to bust out with, "You know what, it's about me and him. It's about the 2 coaches." How'd that taste, Rex? Hey, Rex, have you forgotten what happened the last time we played? I ran it up on your ass. That's Rex being Rex. Had a great interview on JRIB with Damian Woody yesterday, and I said to him, "Does the guy do things like that to try to take pressure off you guys, and does it work?" And he said, "Absolutely." He goes, "That's exactly why he does it, and it does work." Hey, losers, less than 3 minutes off now. Hey, Rex, I know you like snacks. You want a snack? I got a snack. Big knuckle sandwich. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Hey, Rex, I saw you got into the movie-making business. Movies about feet. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Yeah, this is about Belichick and Rex Ryan. Really, how? Are you two going to throw at halftime? Rex makes it sound like he's playing nose tackle and Hoodie's playing center, and they're going to go nose to nose for 60 or 70 plays. I interrupt this take to let you losers know you're now 2 minutes away. Hey, Rex, I came here to do 2 things. Chew bubblegum and kick your ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Yeah, nice try, big fella. If there's anything that this game is not about, it's the hoodie and the footy. Hey, Rex better hope this one's not about him and Belichick, or he's coming off the field a loser. Belichick has proven once again this year, especially this year, he is the best in the business, and as good as Rex is, he's not going to win a battle of wits with the hoodie. Nobody is. I understand what the guy's trying to do, but if he's really looking to take pressure off of his players and put it on himself, if that's his goal, he should just release another foot fetish tape. That's still the greatest misdirection that guy's got in his playbook. And it won't antagonize and aggravate the hoodie. 1 minute, losers. The hoodie probably would pick up his own copy. Hey, Rex, I like feet. You like feet? Feet are cool. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Now, the one thing I do buy, you're about 30 seconds off, losers. The one thing I do buy about what he said is that it's personal. 45-3 is as personal as it gets. If somebody came up to you on a crowded street, pulled your pants down, and pushed you into a mud puddle, that would be personal also. There are about 50 different things that game is about, but Rex v. Hoodie is not one of them. And Rex should be thankful that that's not what that's about. 15 seconds, losers. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're a loser. What are you doing right now? Oh, my goodness. It's 1-11-11. Make a wish. Make a wish. Crazy. That's for the East Coast. Hey, don't worry. Central and Mountain time zones. What are you losers on the East Coast doing right now? If you're celebrating that, you are a loser. 1-11-11. Crazy. All right, so just to finish that thought, Rex is trying to make it about him. That's going to work about as well as him burying the football. Come on, Rex, you don't need to do things like this. Man, just be who you are, coach him up. The guy's gone from being the coolest, freshest guy there is to somebody who's in grave danger of jumping over the shark and back. A football burial, it's between me and him. What if they roll you up again? Then how bad are you going to look? You know, that's just noise and bluster, and I hate to say it, it's just a fat guy popping off. Unless he wins. And then the legend grows. I just would not be antagonizing the guy who's got no sense of humor at all. Two sounds, Rex. Me hitting you and you hitting the ground. Hey-oh. Hey-oh. Hey, Rex, you like to eat? You like the way things taste? Well, you're about to taste defeat. Hey-oh.
This ice cream man thing out of the way. Look, I think we can all agree to just about the creepiest, most disturbing thing that any of us will ever run across is an ice cream man. Who's not creeped out by an ice cream man? Does that not go without saying? They drive around our neighborhoods, trolling for kids, using bomb pops and fudgicles as bait to lure them to their rolling pedophile lairs. We all remember the story about Mr. Dingaling, don't we? You don't go into the ice cream man trade unless you're a little suspect to begin with. I mean, is that not one of the prerequisites for getting the job? Danelle Heller, a Wisconsin resident, saw an ice cream man throw something out of his passing pedophile mobile and onto her lawn. Quote, "I couldn't tell what it was, but I'm just a freak about littering. I jumped off the couch and I called the police. I told them I don't want him in my neighborhood if he's going to litter." End quote. So, what did he throw out of the van? An empty can of Steel Reserve malt liquor. The cops stopped him, and he was 3 times the legal limit. 43-year-old David Blundell was hammered driving an ice cream truck around kids. And oh yeah, and I'm sure this will come as a huge shock to every last one of you, our man is a registered sex offender. Of course he is. Here's a question. Is there an ice cream man who's not a registered sex offender? All right, maybe that's not fair. I'm sure that not all of them are registered. A drunk, sex-offending ice cream man. That is the hat trick of freakery. Just the sort of guys that you want around kids. Just the sort of guy you want enticing your children with bomb pops, push-ups, fudgicles, and drumsticks. Why not just show up at the preschool and get it over with? Dude is firing beer cans out of a window of his van? That's pretty smart. I guess the flashing lights and the calliope music weren't enough of an attention grabber. Yeah. I know. Why do they play the music? To cover the little kids' screams. Yeah. Wah. There's somebody here over the age of 14. Get out of my bed. Wah. That's the adult alarm. There's somebody over the age of 12 here. Get out of my bed, put on your underoos, and get into my ice cream truck. Wah. That's disturbing, but they always are. Look, I'm 40 and I'm freaked out by ice cream men still. Why? Because I'm a father. I've got kids. I know what they're about. They drive around in vans that barely run, that are like all pre-1950, circa 1950, that are rusted out, filled with ice cream. What is that? You're not doing it for the money. I don't know what the markup on bomb pops is, but I know they're not getting rich doing it. They must be getting something out of it. What are they getting out of it? Why are there bloodstains in the back of that van? What, ran over a squirrel? It's just not right. Every time I hear that ice cream truck in my neighborhood, one of the kids says, hey, ice cream, ice cream. I'm like, hey, son, stay away from that child molester. We've got ice cream in the refrigerator. Let's go back in the house. One 800-636-8686. Junior, you can have a drumstick without having your innocence ripped. Let's get back in the house. Got plenty of 50-50 bars in the refrigerator in the house. Let's go there. Got a few Otter Pops. Otter Pops, too. You can't be an ice cream man. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying that every ice cream man is that guy, but like 97% of them anyway. The odds are not with you. Buy ice cream at the store and bring it home. The only thing that would have been surprising in that story is if this guy weren't a registered sex offender. Now, that would have been surprising. The part about him firing out a can of malt liquor, somewhat surprising. The part about him being a registered sex offender, not surprising. I'm sure registering as a sex offender is probably not a poor process to be involved in. That's not like going to the DMV to get a new license. That's like going to register to be a sex offender. Number 13, can I help you? Yes, I'm here to register as a sex offender. Which line do I stand in? It's probably not a very good process. Over there, creep. Next. If you're filling out an application for anything and you ever have to check the yes box to, are you a registered sex offender? That's not good. You know those applications you fill out that inherently are always no, 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 the ones that are way out there? Hey, have you ever committed a felony? Have you ever registered as a sex offender? Do you use drugs? Do you use narcotics? Have you ever raped anybody? Have you ever murdered anybody? Do you shoot heroin routinely? You know, those things that we all just go, no, 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 no. Those people that have to actually sit and read that section carefully and answer honestly, not good.
I knew I could do this, man, so here I am calling in, and I will be back because this is my show. Late.
All right. It's not a bad effort. You know what? He's right. First of all, he's right. It is his show. In fact, it is all of your shows. You take it over. That was a first-timer with an impediment. He was not afraid. Have I given you enough to talk about? I want to hear from somebody with a speech impediment in Rancho Santa Margarita. Talk to me on this glorious Saturday. I want to hear from you. Does this thing work? Hello? Am I on? Poway, Lemon Grove, Pacific Beach, Mission Beach, Ocean Beach, Malibu Beach, Venice Beach, Santee Beach, Alpine, Otay Mesa, El Cajon, Camp Pendleton, Africa, Europe, Baja to the Canadian Rockies. It is your show. Take the damn thing over. Do you have a pulse? Do you have a take? I don't want your take. You want my take. Ask me a question. Where are you? Do you not love sports? Do you not love Saturdays? Bring it! Bitches! Don't ask me why I do that. If you don't know, it doesn't matter. And if you do know, I'm pretty happy with myself. That was award-winning. That probably took a year off my life. I hope you enjoyed that. Hey, Stu, don't just sit there, man. Get me a cup of tea. That hurt.
That guy's been through. I just don't see how you make a decision like that. And you know, Romy's about to crack. Maybe. Find a legal way to take the edge off. Don't use illegal drugs. Especially if you know they're going to test you. I mean, are you that dumb? But you didn't drink a bottle of vinegar before you went? Whatever you potheads do to cover it up and mask it? I want to hear from a bud addict. What should Mike Vick have done to mask the cannabis in his system? I want to hear from a dopehead. Humboldt County. Chico. React to me. You all smoke bud. What could he have done? What should he have done? Deadheads. You smoke pot. React to me. Is he really that ignorant? Fill your bong, call me. Twist a fatty, call me. Roll up a pinner and call me. I want to hear from a pothead. You smoke the lettuce, you take over the show. Check it out. All right, the battle continues. Yesterday, Mike in Wichita came in. See, now whenever I think of Mike in Wichita, I think of Mike in Wichita. I think of that. Or I think of this.
Mike is a kook in the jungle.
Chad in Portland is working his EP. His Mike in Wichita EP. Mike called in yesterday and unloaded in response to that Glenn Campbell parody. Chad in Portland is back. Chad, what's up?
What is up, pimp?
What's up, Chad?
Hey, it's great to be in the box. Before I get started, I think it's only appropriate that I give another shout-out to my boy, Ben Francisco. Hey, B, were you playing a home game in Seattle yesterday? What was that, man? Nice job, MLB. And first, Jim, yeah, I see where Cecil Fielder, he's not down with his son Prince. Hey, Cecil, you need to check yourself. Just because you decided to go Jimmy the Greek and burn up about $47 million gambling, I don't think that gives you the right to be bitter at your son. Feel free to stop giving your son a bad name. And don't worry, bro, you still have 2 weeks until Hawaii's next home game. You still have some time to ask Prince for a loan and pad your bankroll. And, Jim, I've got to call it the mastermind, Mike Shanahan. Hey, Mike, what were you doing going for it on 4th and 5 from, like, year 9 with over 4 minutes to go in your game against Jayville? Yeah, I know, it almost worked. But then again, Terrence has almost won the smack-off like 9 times. Mix in some clock management and stop going for it on 4th inside your own 10. Not a good loss heading into Indy, bro. And then nice to see you have confidence in your defense. Oh, and Travis Henry, what happened to you? For a man known for his penetration, you sure had a hard time finding holes in that Jags D. I need more than 35 yards from you, bro. And speaking of Denver, that caller yesterday, Bo Derek or Bo or whatever your name is, nice call, idiot. You really know how to put your thoughts together. Who do you think you are, man? Like Script Pooh? You were so close to that gift card from JCPenney. You may want to check yourself before you start calling me out. Devin in Boise thought that was weak. Memo to all stuck-nut losers. Stop emailing me your parody song ideas. I don't need them. I can manage on my own. If I ever decide to give up songwriting and pursue self-love as my next hobby, I'll be sure to contact all of you. I guess all that talk about stuck-nut losers being virgins and living with their moms is true. And I've got to give credit to Mike from Wichita. He's like the ultimate cockroach. No matter what parody I spray on him, he just keeps coming. Hey, Mikey, I want to make something very clear. I hate Kansas. Kansas is the worst state in America. And as for Wichita, it's best known for BTK, only the sickest freak ever. 10 victims, over 17 years, finally captured in 05 after 25 years on the run. Sounds like a safe town to me. Oh, I know, BTK blasts are tired, right, Mike? Well, how about another one of your finest, Don Johnson? We all know what that guy did. That was regrettable. Nice town. At least we can agree on one thing you mentioned in your call yesterday. You said your takes were mediocre at best. Yeah. Thanks for clarifying that matter. And, Mike, did you say that you own a group of mattress stores? I wonder what one of those commercials sound like. This is Mike from Mattress Card. This weekend, everything in stock, $199. Come see me today. I don't really know anything about the mattress market, Mike, but I have a little advice. Why don't you open some stores in Nebraska? At least then they could have sex on something besides dead dogs. And I would like to make a formal apology to Prince and Glenn Campbell. I should have never created a parody for Mike with the help of such classy artists. So, Mike, with a kind heart, I decided to seek help from, your favorite band of all time to sum up your presence in the jungle. After all, if you weren't selling mattresses to the poorest people in the country, you'd be a porn stash wearing sidekick in a man band. Out.
All right, we go to the phones. Oh, check it out. Vic in NoCal. What's up, Vic?
Friday, man.
Exactly.
Hey, I called earlier, man, and the substitute call screener stoned me, dude. So I hated doing it, but I had to call back and play the Do You Know Who I Am card. And it was actually pretty cool, man. I've never had that chance to play that card before, so that was kind of cool. Anyway, man, I just want to make sure people are aware of how much of a Herculean effort it is for me to make these phone calls. And I'm just looking for a little credit here, okay? It's not too much to ask. And did you just say that Carmen Electra is doing porn now? I mean, I don't know, maybe I didn't hear you right, man, but I thought I heard something about Tara Patrick just now. Anyway, man, they say you are what you eat, so I guess that caller from Tulsa who got run was simply trying to say that Pac-Man Jones is a real wussy. And, hey, man, I thought it was quite the coincidence that on Hump Day this week you interviewed Frank Beamer. I mean, it's not quite rain on your wedding day, but it's pretty ironic, don't you think? And I was looking forward to the Barry Sanders interview last week, but then the guy goes Westerberg on us. And I was pretty shocked, man, because it's not like Barry Sanders to just bail and leave people hanging without so much as an explanation. I mean, he's never done anything like that before. Anyway, Rome, if you like the fall that skateboarder Jake Brown took, you got to watch this new show on MTV, man. It's called Scarred, and basically what it is, it's a half hour of dudes going Joe Theismann, Napoleon McCallum, Sean Livingston on their skateboards and BMX bikes. It's messed up, man. I mean, come on, MTV. I like a good old-fashioned compound fracture as much as the next guy. But what the hell does it have to do with music, all right? I thought ESPN showing dart championships was bad. Damn it, MTV. Give me back my Headbangers Ball. Give me back my Ricky Rackman. Give me back, MTV, my Daisy Fuentes doing top 20 video countdown. And finally, really quick, Jerome, I want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback situation. And I'm not talking about Damon Heward or Brody Croyle or even the departed Trent Green, right? I'm talking about this new quarterback coach they promoted this year, man. And I think you might know who I'm talking about if you watched Hard Knocks on HBO the other day. You want to know this guy's name, Rome? Okay, you ready? All right, here it is, man. Dick Curl. I say again, Dick Curl. Are you kidding me? Dude, Dick Trickle thinks this guy should go by Richard, Rich, Richie, Rick, Ricky, Rico, Richard, RC, R-Dog, R-Money. Just anything, man. Mix in a nickname, Mr. Curl. Because what you got there, that's not a name, man. It's a CIA interrogation technique down at Guantanamo, all right? It's the name of that new Fender Telecaster model that was unveiled at the Super Bowl by the artist formerly known as Prince. It's the play in the Dallas Cowboys playbook where Terrell Owens runs the 6 route. It's part of Lexington Steele's workout regimen as he gets ready for filming season. But it's not a name, man. Or Marty asking Jim if he thinks those jeans make his ass look big. And Chad in Portland, man, I enjoyed your More Than a Woman remix, dude, but I need you to put your Casey Kasem hat on for a second because I got a request for your next call, man. And I don't really know the name of the song, dude, so I'm just going to have to sing it, okay? Here it goes. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful. La 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 la, la 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 la.
I have to go back and listen to the tape, but I think I got the buzzer in before he hung up. Hey, Vic, I'd love to rack. All right, like I said, for some reason, I'm just feeling the phone calls. And I know you're going to make me look good. I think that all of you have listened to the show long enough to know it's not one of those talk shows where I bang a bunch of telephone calls. That I could go every day without them, but I'm trying to find a way to keep you involved on the phones. And if you can make the show a better show, I'm going to let you through. I don't know everything. Some of your calls are better than my rants. All right, well, that's not true. But some of your calls are good. It can make the show better. And that's what I'm looking for. So if I go to a call, it's going to be for a good reason, and it's going to make the show better. Otherwise, I'm not going there. And I feel like today's one of those days. Let me go to Buffalo. Cory in Buffalo. Appreciate you calling. Cory, how are you?
I'm doing good, Jim. How are you today?
I'm great, Cory. What's up?
First take is about the 34 bowl games. Do we need 34 bowl games? I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, don't you think? It's gotten to the point where why not just make a toilet bowl? It wouldn't be much more ridiculous. I mean, that's my idea for a bowl game. Toilet bowl. Take the worst team in the MAC versus the worst team in the SEC, play on some crappy field. I was thinking where the Boise State Broncos play their home games because that field is awful, and play for the toilet bowl. I mean, you have the trophy to for the toilet. And my second take is on Brad in Detroit and his stupid, idiotic take.
You're cruising, Cory. Keep going, man. Stay strong.
Okay, I will. I would rewind a few years in my life just to hear that clown get run. I mean, that take sucks. It's overrated. It's overplayed. It's not that good. It's an average take at best.
Awesome.
Everybody thinks it's so great.
You're right.
I'm sorry?
You're right.
Wow, you say you spray Cory in the face with me. I would pay $50 just so we could go back in time and I could hear you pull a manual buzzer blast on that guy.
You mean like this?
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
That's enough for me today. War Ray Guy getting in the Hall of Fame. War John Olerud getting in the Hall of Fame. And War the St. Louis Blues winning the Stanley Cup in June of 2014. Out.
That cat's funny. Cory in Buffalo is funny. That guy has mad game. That was a funny call. See, it's not that hard, clones. Set him up, knock him down. Rack him. Hey, Cory, what are you doing next April? You're in the smack-off. You can't teach that. You cannot teach that. That's a good call. Like I said, if you have game, you can turn a phrase, you have an opinion, you can back it up, you can be on the air. Way to go, Cory. That was funny. That was freaking Cory in Buffalo. My man. Hey, Rome, Cory is hilarious. Signed Ranger Rick.
Today was actually the best I think I've felt swinging a golf club all year. And I warmed up. It was unbelievable how good I warmed up. And I just felt so good going out there. And just a matter of, can I produce it? Can I actually be Ranger Rick on the golf course now? And somehow I was able to carry it onto the golf course.
Dear Jim, Cory in Buffalo made a great call. Signed Jason in Fullerton. Who you Chase do?
Jason, you are in. Good to have you.
That's Smack. Hey, basically, just like Hollywood, I'm not expecting to walk away with anything, but I am honored to be nominated. I'd like to thank the Academy and my parents for spoiling me, that made me the condescending, selfish smacker that I am. But first of all, I'd like to explain to the new listeners and some of the weaklings who call in on a daily basis what it's like to have game in the jungle. As Doc Mike said,
what would you know what it's like to have game in the jungle, Jace do?
But just in case you're wondering, if you have the game to come into the jungle, just like Romy says, if you have to ask, you don't. But just a little words of advice here. First of all, when you call in, every other word you use, it should be a glossary term. Keep that up. Second of all, never back up your smack. Third of all, end the call with a huge good night now. Keep calling, weaklings. I know this is probably walking the thin line of blasphemy in the jungle, but I'd like to take down some of the favorites here in the Smack Off today. First of all, Doc Mike. Though he is a legend, he does spend a lot of his time basically pummeling these weaklings who call in from the unemployment line from a payphone, who's basically nobody. It's not hard to take down a weakling, but, Doc Mike...
Do the drinking game. Every time he says weakling or basically, do a shot.
Romy, just watch him. He's a reader. Interrupt him. If he starts off with the same word he left off with, that's a clue. And last of all, Rome, I can't really think of this. Who's ranked number 1 in baseball today for college?
Clemson.
Check again.
Great call, Jason in Fullerton. That's your call screener. That's the guy who's been telling you for more than a decade you're not good enough to be on the air. The guy who made that call to a smack off. Dear Jim, Cory is funny. Signed, Lee Evans.
It really didn't affect what we were doing. We still had to play, regardless. And something you had to deal with. I think we did a good job of that.
It was throwback. I thought they were going to put you guys like in leather helmets and have you play that thing out in the parking lot or something. Lee Evans joining me on the program. He didn't think that was funny. Dear Jim, even I'm funnier than Cory. Regards, Dane Cook. Plixa in Portland wore Bruce Jenner. Hey, Jim, how did that guy come up with that toilet bowl joke? That was very fresh. Signed, Knock Knock Jokes and Bum Smack. Andy from Denver. Hey, Jim, that toilet bowl call was epic. That was just awesome. Yours, Gallagher. Blaze in KC. Hey, Rome, why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Signed, Cory in Buffalo. That's funny by comparison. That would have been funny. Hey, Cory, toilet bowl. That's fresh. Signed, AJ Hawk is married to Brady Quinn's sister. Hey, Rome, they should have a cereal bowl and a soup bowl, too. Bump bang. Signed, Cory in Buffalo. They should have a cereal bowl and a soup bowl, too. Bump bang. Seth in Albuquerque sent me that. Hey, Seth. Dump bang. Dear Jim. Knock knock. Who's there? Orange. Orange who? Orange, you glad my call was epic? Regards, Cory in Buffalo. Plixa in Portland. I was going to say, Pliska, you haven't been around. So much so that I've butchered your last 3 emails. He hasn't been around, but he's just killing it today for some reason. And he continues to war Bruce Jenner. Dear Mr. Rome, I just flew into town tonight, and boy, are my arms tired. Signed, Cory in Buffalo. All right, if you're wondering why people are sending, thank you. If you're wondering why people are sending me knock orange jokes, and I just flew into town tonight, and boy, are my arms tired jokes, and they're all coming from Cory in Buffalo, it's because Cory in Buffalo called earlier, and in part, it sounded like this.
Do we need 34 bowl games? I mean, that's kind of ridiculous, don't you think? It's gotten to the point where, why not just make a toilet bowl? It wouldn't be much more ridiculous. I mean, that's my idea for a bowl game. Toilet bowl.
Actual jungle caller. Dear Jim, Cory in Buffalo is hilarious. Signed, a priest and a rabbi walk into a bar. Kevin in Jayville. Cory in Buffalo has inspired every bad joke in the history of the world. For instance, yo, Romy, why can't a bicycle stand on its own? Because it's too tired. Regards, Cory. Opie in the D. Hey, Rome, I went looking for some camouflage pants the other day. Couldn't find any. Signed, Cory in Buffalo. It's Lee in Vancouver. Dear Jim, how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? Signed, Cory in Buffalo. Brian in Syracuse. Hey, Rome, Jason in Buffalo is freaking hilarious. Signed, tapping somebody on the right shoulder while standing to the left. It's not Jason in Buffalo, it's Cory in Buffalo.
It's not Ryan, it's Ryan.
Hey, Jim, what time do you go to the dentist? 2:30. Ba-dum-bump. Oh, I get it. 2:30, 2:30. I get it. That's Cory in Buffalo, too. Hey, Rome. Knock, knock. Who's there? Hatch. Hatch who? Oh, God bless you. Signed Cory in Buffalo, of course. Hatch who? God bless you. Dear Jim, take my wife, please. Regards, Cory in Buffalo. Pliska in Portland, again, still warring Bruce Jenner. Yo, Jimbo, is your fridge running? You better go catch it. Cory in Buffalo. That's Joe. A lot of bad jokes. Hey, Cory, don't listen to the clones. I think you're funny. Signed, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. All right, there's your email contest. Lots of bad jokes. Nobody wins. So many bowl games, they should just call it the Toilet Bowl. Hey, Romy, why are reindeer always wet? Because they are reindeer. Signed, Cory in Buffalo. Cory is on fire. Cory's killing it. All right, that should pretty much exhaust every bad joke in the history of the world. There are none left. You got them all. There can't be any more, right? I mean, that's it. Word or two about the Oscars. A lot of you are on that. I was not like tweeting on that. I watched it. I watched part of it. I'm not going to sit here and say I watched the whole thing. I watched enough to know that I've got the same problem with the Oscars right now that I do every single year. And it's not even about the hosts. The hosts are taking a lot of heat today. But to me, it's not even about that, although they didn't choose very wisely, I don't think. It's the speeches. It's the speeches that go on for so long. The acceptance speeches. I mean, it seems like they've done everything they can to try and put an end to this. They tell the nominees over and over again, keep it short, keep it short. They start to flash that wrap it up signal on the teleprompter almost from the second they get in front of that microphone, and they still don't get the message. Then the orchestra comes up with the music underneath like, you got to get the hell off. And it's almost like these people are saying, no, I'll let you know when I'm done. You don't tell me when I'm done. I will let you know when I'm done. My time, baby. It's all about me. It's national TV. They're going to hear what I have to say. Never mind that nobody gives a damn about best sound editor, nor the 8 people you have on stage with you. You know, sure, the stars don't want to hear what they have to say. One thing if it's Christian Bale, I want to hear what that guy has to say. Colin Firth, Natalie Portman. Take your time. Take a few minutes. But when best sound editor comes up with an entire team, they shouldn't even let them talk. They should kill the mic. They should get up there, get their award, smile, wave, keep moving. In fact, don't even let them on stage. Meet them at the stairs. In fact, bring them their awards at the table. Bring it to the seat, I should say. Bring it to the seat. In fact, let them pick it up out back when they're done. In fact, just have best picture, best actor, and best supporting actor and call it a night. Just make it a 5-minute show. Best 5 minutes in TV. It's incredible the diarrhea that comes running out of their mouths. Just stop talking. Best documentary short subject in Europe. I mean, come on, that speech was longer than the movie itself. And the movie was already about a half hour too long, and it was only 40 minutes. Trust me, the only people who saw that movie are the people up on stage and maybe one member of the Academy. Maybe. The one who mattered. And he went through the first couple chapters and just went right over it. See, that's my problem with the Oscars. So overdone, so long, so over the top, and a bunch of people that I don't care about who won't shut up. Great, congratulations. You got your art, you got your job, you win. Don't let them up on stage. Never mind the orchestra. That's way too subtle. They're going to run right over the orchestra. When the orchestra starts to come up, they're not going anywhere. I mean, you almost have to fight some of these people to get them off the stage. They need a manual buzzer. Wow, what an honor this is. Oh, man, I can't even believe this. I mean, like, I practiced this speech for 4 months in a row, but now that I'm up here, my mind is blank, and I don't even know who to thank. You're done. You don't need to remember anything because you're officially done.
I don't like that call. Not a very good call.
Let me tell you something. If I brought up an orchestra on some of the callers on this show, I'd never get rid of them. That's why there's a manual buzzer. I don't tell callers to wrap it up when they get to it. I wrap them up. Same with the Academy Awards. Same with the Oscars. They're not getting off the stage. Nobody knows who they are and probably never will hear from them ever again. You think they're giving that up without a brawl? Without a riot? Hell no. Come and get me. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, because that guy's starting to work his tuba over there? I have to get off the stage now? Wrong. I'm good, man. I'm just settling in. I got a lot to talk about. The second somebody utters the phrase, I'm speechless, good.
You don't like that call.
The second the no card comes out, this is what happens.
No. You don't like that call. I don't like that call.
Maybe it's not where I live and what I do, but this is why I should host the Oscars. LT and I. Because we're not afraid to do that. It's our job to do that. That's not a good acceptance speech. I don't like that acceptance speech. That's not a very good acceptance speech. And I'll tell you something else. LT and I would not do these skits that go on way too long that aren't funny, that are just dying, that are bombs. We're not calling our mother up. We're not calling our grandmother up. We're not having grandma try to pick up on Marky Mark. It's just not funny. About that gal who dropped an F-bomb. That was an Oscars first. How was she not run?
Yeah, I am kind of speechless. Golly sakes, there's people up there, too. When I watched Kate 2 years ago, it looked so
No.
That's how that should have gone.
Like that call. Not a very good call.
Who are these people that get settled in on stage, on national television? You can just let an F-bomb rip. There's a reason why that's never happened before, Melissa. The Academy Awards, an F-bomb. Black tie, the whole world's watching. Yeah, Kate, man, I don't know how she... An F-bomb. It should have been, if it were up to me, you know what I would do? If they let me host it, when no one's watching, I'm going to get out a saw and saw a trap door on the stage. And if anybody drops an F-bomb, I'm just going to pull that thing. She'll go right through the ground. See you later. Just like Wonka. She'll be floating in some chocolate river out to the sea. An F-bomb. I'm really sorry that's over. I had some more things to say on that, but I got to keep moving.